Uh-oh. Brace ourselves for technical difficulties.
Can't hear Rich. Uh-oh.
Really hurts Bill's feelings when you can't hear Rich.
Yeah, it just hurts my feelings when I can't hear either of you.
I know. You miss us. It's okay. It's okay, baby. Did you watch the Jake Paul fight last night?
Not a second.
That was more fixed than any wrestling I've ever watched.
I saw the knockout. Yeah, they're saying looked fixed.
It looked very fixed.
No, we can't hear you, dude. He got $1 million for that.
Yeah, he walked out of the fucking arena smiling his ass off because he was so happy he made $1 million. That's probably the most money he's made from all of MMA fights, right? Yeah.
Yeah, at least. I mean, he's not a huge fighter. He hasn't fought since Masvidal knocked him out with the knee, and now it was all a show. This guy's not a good fighter, dude. Just because you can fight in MMA doesn't mean you're gonna be a good boxer.
Well, they're showing like some of the hits that he's taken in MMA, like UFC and all that, and then they show the Jake Paul punch. Like
he don't block. No,
there's no fucking way.
Yeah, he's been a human punching bag in the UFC for his whole fucking career.
Yeah, but still, I mean, to take all those punches and then one Jake Paul punch and then he get laid the fuck out, it's like, come on.
I wouldn't be surprised if he fixed the fight himself. I mean, obviously you can't because there's like the people are betting on it and stuff, but
oh yeah,
here's some extra money, man. Just I need this. That's probably what that $1 million was for, because there's no fucking way you should get $1 million. Nope.
Well, they're saying Jake Paul needed a fight to make his boxing career credible.
Oh, there it is. Oh, we got you.
Hold on, try it. Nope.
Oh, no.
Piece of shit.
Oh, there it is.
You're there.
What's up, boys?
Hey, Rich. How are you?
Today.
Great for you to join us.
It's a day. Yeah, not too. How's it going?
It's going great.
Bill, I heard you didn't listen to the show. Surprising. Ray, how was your day?
They're
great.
Downloaded at least. That counts as a listen, doesn't it?
No. I did some yard work today. Listened to the show. It was a great day.
I did a lot of yard work today, which is really my element. Me Madre is down here.
No, nice.
Feel free. Whatever jokes I've actually linked the right to an earbud so she can hear right along with us. This is basically a live show.
Perfect.
So that should go well.
Yep.
I was just waiting for Bill to say something wildly insensitive.
Bill is off his game today. Something's going on with him.
Oh, it's fucking old Billy Blue Eyes. Look at him. He can barely keep his eyes open. Billy Squints is back in the building, gents. This fucking Sunday. It's a nice day on a Sunday.
Have you had any drinks today?
Nope, this is the first one I've had all day.
How many times have you fell asleep on the couch? Not trying to.
Today, 0.
Oh, yesterday.
How many runs
0.
have you? How many quote unquote runs have you done?
Today, none.
How many books have you read? What have you fucking done? You've just sat
what's your
around
day? What's Bill's day?
I watched the Bruins game. I watched the Red
Popped
Sox
a bunch
game.
of biscuits.
Today, yeah.
What are you gonna do when you have to go back to work and be like
nothing changes? Are you serious?
Functioning level of society again.
I got a week left. I'm gonna live this.
This is the beginning of the.
So next Sunday is the last day before you go back to work?
Yeah, pretty sure. I go back to the doctor's Thursday, so yeah, I'm pretty sure Monday.
Great. Well, we know Billy Squints gives us riveting analysis on Boston sports.
My fucking eyes are open.
So
Jesus.
There we go. Welcome to the Simple Mind Sports Show. Monday headlines, April 19th. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank God it's an all Celtics show.
No, it's not. You didn't read the email.
That's Tuesday show, you squinty fuck. This show is actually brought to you by White Birch Brewing, like it is on every Monday, like you should be drinking on every Sunday. Ray's got the Blast New England Double IPA with the best can in the business. If you want yours, you can get them at your local stores or shoot on down to the tap room in Nashua, New Hampshire. Ray, address, please.
460 Amherst Street.
Middle sip. Well done. Right in the middle of the sip. 460 Amherst Street, Nashua, New Hampshire. The tap room is open. It's nice. They got outdoor seating for this nice weather that's upon us. And again, if you see it in stores, pick it up. And wherever you get it, tell them the Simple Minds boys sent you. White Birch Brewing. All Celtics show. not really, but that's where we're going to start. Celtics are back. Call me Dr. Snip Snaps. I don't give a
Call
fuck.
me Dr. Snip Snaps too. I'm back on the train.
You're way snip snappier than I was because I
Oh,
never
yeah.
got off the train as much as you did.
I did.
I basically threw like you
I laughed.
slapped your
I
long
jumped.
giant sack off the train like a frog and let it snap you off, take you off the
Bubblegum.
locomotive.
What a
The
great
only thing you had
picture
on there
this.
was your hat that flew off in the wind. That's how far off the train you've been.
Yes.
I basically live, half my fat body, and that's about it. The latest addition, Tatum outduels Stephen Curry, who's been on arguably the greatest 10-game scoring streak in NBA history. They win 119-114. Another fourth quarter comeback. Count that. The Blazers. We won't count the Lakers. That was actually a bad win, but we'll count the Blazers. We'll count this win against the Warriors. We'll count a nice win against the Nuggets, who they killed, by the way. They're dead.
Yep.
And the big thing, they're playing correctly. The big play that stood out in my mind, all you Marcus Smart haters, listen up. The ball was dished down to Tatum on the post. He swung it. He got triple teamed because, again, he dropped 42. He got triple teamed. He dished it to Marcus Smart, who faked it to Kemba, had a wide open three, sat there for about 12 seconds and buried it to go up by 4 with less than a minute left. That's just moving the ball, doing the right things. Jason Tatum has taken his level to quote unquote #budding superstar again. Some other news? Jabari Parker signed by the Celtics over the weekend. Immediate impact, getting fourth quarter minutes. No Jaylen Brown. He still got a good win. Right? The Celtics are back.
Celtics are back. I don't like the Jabari Parker move because that's too much dookiness in one team and one organization. But he looked good. I mean, didn't have a leg, but apparently he could score 11 points off the bench, so that was great to see. That's what we need this team, bench scoring. Evan Fournier should be back this week, so yeah, this team's looking great.
That's the question I wanted to raise to you. Is the Jabari Parker edition instead of Mo Wagner, who's fucking out the door?
I didn't even hear who is that?
He was
All
a center.
Celtic show, Bill. All Celtic show,
He
Bill.
was a center from the Bulls that we got. He played for Michigan.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he was
Was
good
he a
at
big white
Michigan,
guy?
actually.
A big white
You
guy.
think?
Oh, okay.
German white guy.
He was actually good in that Michigan team. He was supposed to be pretty good in the NBA. He hasn't been. But yeah, you got him back for Daniel Tice. Can I just say something aside on a little tangent here?
Mhm.
All the chirpy Celtics fans, who there's not a lot of them because the Celtics are playing well, but there's still some of them out there talking about now you just dumped Mo Wagner, who you traded for Daniel Tice, and you only got rid of Tice for money purposes and yada yada yada. I said when they traded him, that's an addition by subtraction, a little kick in the ass. The Daniel Tice was a stagnant piece of a team that was underachieving this year, and I stand by that. I don't think you're necessarily better with Daniel Tice in this team. Like, he's just a bit piece. You're okay without Daniel Tice. Don't worry about it. Back to Jabari Parker and Evan Fournier coming back. Is that enough bench? And Peyton Pritchard, who's been, I think, solid as a rookie all season long. Is that enough bench to be formidable in the playoffs with what Tatum and these guys are doing now?
You'd have to put Tristan Thompson there on the bench because Time Lord will come back, so he would probably move to the bench as well.
So you
yeah.
got Tristan Thompson, Jabari Parker, and Evan Fournier. I just linked those two together and Pritchard because they're the guys that are scoring.
No.
And like if you look at the box scores of the Celtics have won now 6 straight, 8 of the last 9, or is it 9 of the last 10? It's your starters, and then it's Peyton Pritchard with like 14 points maybe or 12 points, and literally zeros down the rest of the roster. So if Jabari Parker can come in and Evan Fournier can come back and do what he was doing a little stretch there after his first couple games, I don't know. I mean, if Tatum and Brown and Kemba are going to do what they're doing, should be enough.
And playoff time,
at least scoring wise.
Playoff time, they limit the bench anyway, so those would be the 4 guys that only play. So yeah, I think this would be very good for this team, especially if Fournier comes back and is what he did in Orlando and can score about 20, 25 points off the bench. That'd be sweet.
They're not back. Talk to me when the young guys know how to win. They're not back. We're just getting everyone's fucking hope up to crash and burn in the playoffs. Jabari Parker, not enough. They're not back. Talk to me in the playoffs.
Gloom and doom, Bill.
No,
Bill.
I'm not fucking snip snapping on the Celtics. They've been dead to me. Jason Tatum is not back, budding superstar.
And just a reminder for the listeners, I was the budding superstar. Bill was the full-on superstar riding that, and Ray didn't have an opinion, which is not.
I was on the fence.
The obvious one was.
I was scissoring the fence.
He's barely holding all-star status for me.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm low on Tatum right now.
Look,
As much as you want to entertain offers for Pasternak for the Bruins, dangle him out there, see what happens.
that just feels like spite to me, Ray. That just feels like spite.
He ran out of peanut butter.
Oh. Are you deciphering how slow he's talking tonight?
Uh huh.
How much gone?
He's in the Matrix, baby.
It's past the perfect numb. He is at a point where fingertips are no longer useful. It's just,
I bet you he can throw a 95-mile-an-hour fastball with that shoulder right now.
oh yeah, no, he's slinging heat.
No.
Rowan Gardner. Rowan Gardner. Well, yeah, no, it's a good point. They do have to. We'll talk to us in the All Celtic show on Tuesday, Bill. But you do have to ask the question. You know, if the Celtics are back to where they started from at the beginning of the season, and the expectations were maybe a step back from last year, Eastern Conference Finals potentially still on the table, but not really. If they're back to that level now, it feels great because they were so bad for a big stretch of this season. But at the end of the day, Bill's right. You still have to prove it. And you don't get credit for underachieving most of this season only to barely hit your underachieving goals that we gave you at the beginning of the season, if that makes sense. Like, you still have to prove yourself in the playoffs, which was the question to start the season.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about even the Lakers, I mean, that was a bad win, but LeBron was out, AD was out. I mean, even Denver kind of collapsed, and obviously Jamal Murray's done for the year. But I mean, even fucking Golden State beat up. Steph Curry's playing all worldly, but I mean, they're still Celtics were beat up too. I'm just not sold on them yet. Again, they're just getting hot right now. And show me in the playoffs. I picked them to lose in the second round of the playoffs. I think you guys had them go to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm not moving off that. I don't think they've improved their team enough to go past that in my eyes. They're still dead to me until these young guys can know how to win. And they proved it last year in the playoffs against Miami. They were the far superior team in that series, and I think we all can agree. And they had very winnable games that those young guys pissed away in the fourth quarter. I don't know if it's Brad's coaching or the young guys don't know how to win, but until that shit changes, they're not back in my eyes.
You're right. The only thing I'll say then is you're going to go as far as Jason Tatum will take you. And if Jason Tatum is this guy, which he's shown flashes of in the playoffs, he's had his limitations that we've talked about. If Jason Tatum is this guy, then you're competing against Philadelphia and New Jersey or Brooklyn. Sorry,
Kevin Durant just got hurt today too.
The Bucks. I think are getting past at this point.
Kyrie's going to take 2 days off for this.
We've seen them in the playoffs. Hopefully, the dumpster fire hits there. But tune in on Tuesday for our All Celtic show, as Bill
is very excited,
very wisely teased at the beginning of this one. He may or may not be there. It's only 25 minutes from now, but he may or may not make it.
We're talking Bruins and Red Sox next, so that'll wake me up a little.
That'll
bit.
wake him up. Speaking of
perfect.
that, yeah. Speaking of the guy that I've taken trade offers for, we found pasta for one anyway. Bruins take the Islanders 3-0, and then what did today's scores end up?
6-4.
6-3.
6-3. Sorry,
6-3.
6-3. Yeah.
They were up 3-0, gave up the lead, and then took it back.
It was 2-0.
I didn't get to watch the game. I apologize, Bill. Why don't you give us the recap of Sunday's game for the Bruins?
Yeah, a couple quick goals early. They're up 2-0. You know, I think Washington scored late, went up the next 3 goals, and the Bruins just asserted their will. They played great. Had a couple shorthanded goals there. Bergeron had 2. Marchand had 2. Oh, no, Krejci had 2, which is the first time they've ever done that. I mean, a lot of chippiness. I mean, I don't want to see the Washington in the playoffs. I'm not going to lie. I mean, Tom Wilson had questions.
Who got thrown out today?
Heffernan or Hanrahan or something.
That's what I did see on the
terrible
updates, that there was some nasty shit from Washington, which that's basically their reputation at this point.
They were fighting. There was a lot of Ovechkin was throwing his weight around. Rask looked really good. You know, it was a 4-3 game, and I think he stoned Ovechkin on a fucking breakaway right in there. So, I mean, he played really, really well. I don't think a lot of those goals are really on him. Mike Riley, played his worst game as a Bruin. I think he had 2 bad plays that led to goals. But again, I mean, you're seeing in that second line with David Krejci, was 2 goals. Those weren't no fluke. Those were fucking big boy goals. And now he's got wingers that can actually fly on this team with Taylor Hall and Craig Smith. I mean, that's the biggest acquisition at the trade deadline outside of Taylor Hall is the fact that Krejci you're seeing him. You're giving him guys that can fly up and down the ice that are going to get into the fucking hard to get areas and transition better. He hasn't had this Lucic, Horton, Jerome McGinley, Tyler Seguin, those lines. He hasn't had that for years. What you're seeing out of Craig Smith right now is what you hoped Jake DeBrusk would be this year. He had 2 assists today. Dave Pastrnak didn't score, but he had a couple nice assists, including on basically a 3-on-1 that kind of made it 5-3, gave you that extra cushion. They played really fucking well today, and they had all 6 goals from the top 2 lines, and 4 out of 6 were 5-on-5. They're 20th in the league now, 5-on-5 scoring.
You like to see that. You like to see that. I go back to the Islanders matchups there, which I had a chance to take a look at. And Taylor Hall looks like he belongs on this team. It looks like he's woken up, and we
He's
can
motivated.
He has as many goals as he did in Buffalo.
Yeah, we can give a lot of credit to Krejci. And that Bill, you're exactly right. Krejci has. I don't want to say taken heat. I think Krejci slides a lot in the city of Boston, but for maybe good reason, because he hasn't had a lot of talent around him. And when he does, he shows up. They call him playoff Krejci for a reason. We saw that a little bit last year, a lot more than that the year before.
When you playoff runs in 11 and 13.
When you give this guy some talent, he's going to show up. And now the question you can say is starting to be answered is Taylor. Beautiful. That was like synchronized swimming, synchronized drinking. You guys were right on point.
Perfect.
If you're listening and you don't watch this, subscribe to YouTube, because this is the riveting shit you're missing. But Taylor Hall looks like he belongs. I mean, and looks like he's going to be a difference maker, at least early on. And that's good, Ray.
Yeah. And the big news is 6 games out of first, 3 out of second, and 2 out of third. So, I mean, we're rolling right now. We could be moving up in the standings right now before this is all said and done. So, Taylor Hall's best acquisition. I think Jeremy Swayman is also one of the big key things that is happening right now. He is playing like a number 1 goalie. He's 4-1 right now. With
his first shutout.
1.39 goals against average, I believe, right now. So, the kid is playing lights out. I think I would rather have him. He's good insurance because Tuukka with the back, he can go out anytime. So, with Swayman here, I'm not worried about this playoff run. We got 2 good goalies that we can put at it. So,
can I give you, Bill, before you go?
Coming back this week.
I know you're going to have your opinion on the goals, and I know where you stand. But can I give you my scenario?
Yes.
Because I think I'm with the public and Ray on this. That I'm Team Swayman, and I understand the downfalls of this. You don't want to ruin the kid. You have veterans in goal. You can go on a run here, but hot goalies are hot goalies. And when you combine that with the iffiness of Tuukka Rask, here's the scenario. Halak comes back, you drop Swayman, he goes away for however many weeks or whatever, loses his hot, loses his temperature. Tuukka goes down, you bring Swayman back, he's not the same guy, and then you do ruin him. As opposed to, you keep him up here, it's him and Tuukka, you fake an injury for Halak or whatever you got to do to keep him up on the sideline. Mm-hmm. If one of those guys goes down and Halak come back, the difference between Halak not playing for a month and Swayman not playing for a month is vastly different for me. And I get it. It all depends on Tuukka Rask going down. Tuukka's your guy. He's the number 1 guy. I understand that. But when you're talking about the question mark there of Tuukka Rask, I would ride Swayman, who's the hottest goalie on your team.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do that, I mean, you're going to send him down. He's going to at least play in Providence. There's going to be some games. I'm fine. Like I said, if you're going to keep him up here, make sure he's playing. So what they're doing right now, it seems like every
other game.
Every 3 games basically right now for Rask. If you think about it, they'll probably ramp up to every other. He may get a back-to-back before the playoffs if need be, just to kind of get it in there. But I don't see it. Rask is going to be the guy. Rask is the guy, but I mean, yeah, I feel comfortable with Swayman going in, and I like Halak. You've kind of seen Cassidy in the past with Halak as a hot hand. Go Rask full time in the playoffs. So I mean, if something does happen to Rask in the way Swayman's been playing, I mean, you could kind of see him go right in there and play. But if you're going to activate Halak and kind of keep 3 goalies up there, you're not doing that kid any favors. He needs to play. Just get him more games again.
But I agree with that. But if I agree with that, but don't you think they know that even if they activate Halak? Like I gave you the scenario of putting him on the injured list for a fake injury. Even if they activate him and keep 3 goalies, don't you think that Jaro Halak can sit and sit and sit and sit, and when he needs to play, he'll go in and be pretty much the same guy he would be if he was playing every other night?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if you're going to,
you said Swayman needs to keep playing, and I agree with you. That's why if you drop him down for Halak to only keep 2 goalies, and you need to bring him back if Tuukka goes down, I think that's a detriment. You've already seen it with Vladar. You let the guy give up 8 fucking goals. You shipped him down to Providence.
The only reason I want Swayman to keep playing is to get the experience. It's not for him sitting. I mean, he's a young kid. I think he could probably sit a couple weeks and jump right in there. It's more of just getting the pro game under. This is his first pro season. That's all the reason. So, I mean, if you think highly of this kid and you want him to go and there's something Rask, you might see the kid go. I mean, it's telling that you've seen him go kind of back to back, and they pushed Rask back, I think, twice already because they wanted to kind of get him more or healthier, I should say. So, I mean, I think what they're doing with Swayman right now is great. They're giving the NHL level, and especially in a playoff push. I mean, if you think about it right now, all these games except for fucking against Buffalo are real playoff games. You know, you got three coming up against Buffalo this week, which is going to be great. That should be a nice 6 easy points. But I mean, this is what you're going to see in the playoffs. So, I mean, you're trying to get that confidence in him that you can trust him in case, because that back Van Rask, it's going to flare up and he's going to be done. I don't expect it to last. So I mean,
of course,
if you're
so
getting,
I think we're on the same page. I just think we're coming from it from two different angles.
We both want the same thing.
Let me put it this way: if Tuukka goes down, is Swayman's your guy?
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Yeah, I think we agree on that.
100%.
And 100%.
Halak
I haven't heard that in a long time.
Halak can't do it in the playoffs. He showed it last year, and I think Swayman, as
Not
a
every
24-year-old
game,
kid, he can go in every game. Halak's your backup.
Too stupid to know the situation. Like you see him on post games. Like if his first game after the shutout, after a big win, he's just grinning. Like he's just fucking like
happy,
ecstatic.
How old is he? 19, 20?
He's 23 or 24,
23.
and his hockey coach just died too. So like he's been like that's a little chip on his shoulder too. Is like Maine from Maine.
Speaking of chips on the shoulders and 6 points, 6 easy points with the Sabres. 14 games left, 5 points back of the Pens for second. They're not going to catch the Caps.
They're 3 now.
They're 3.
They 3 now with the game in hand.
I just told you 3.
They won today.
With 1 game in hand. When I looked, there was 2 games in hand.
Well, they played today. Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I don't think they played yet.
Simple math, Rain Man. My bad. Simple minds. How far can they climb? Can they catch the second seed in the East?
Mm-hmm.
They could. They got to keep playing like this and playing Buffalo 5 more times to close out the year. Definitely fucking helps. You know, if you think about it, that's 10 points. You should get them. So I mean, yeah, it's in
Ray,
reach.
can you quickly look up the Penguins schedule for the rest of the season?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's in reach, and that's where you kind of want to go because you want to avoid. Ideally, you want to avoid the Islanders at all costs, and if they're the number 1 in the East right now, I mean, you don't want to play them in the 4 seed. You're 1-5 eventually against them with 2 games left to play. You know, so you do want to get up. I don't think you're going to catch the number 2 seed, but if you can get in that 3 seed and then you're going to face Washington, as much as I don't want to play Washington, but I mean, they're right up, you know.
Well, look, right now it's the Capitals. Capitals
are number 1. Sorry.
Islanders are in 3rd,
which are slumping. They're not.
Look, I'm avoiding the Capitals. Okay, there's 2 teams in the playoffs that I'm avoiding: Capitals and Lightning. Now, I don't.
Toronto might be scary.
Fuck Toronto.
We know what Toronto is.
We
know what Toronto is. If I give you the choice of Capitals, Toronto, and the Lightning, which one are you taking?
Toronto.
Right.
But no, I mean the Capitals. I already said earlier I want to avoid the Capitals just because like. You look at Tom Wilson. I mean, he didn't get called for a penalty through a questionable hit. I side with Wilson on that one, but the benefit of the doubt, you really don't. You saw another guy get tossed for a 5-minute boarding that they had to fucking review because the refs missed it. You saw a lot of questionable hits, and that's what it is. Like Washington, they just have their number, and the same thing with the Islanders. I think you just had 2 good showings against the Islanders, which is awesome. Good confidence, especially if you can, going in a 7-game series. But Washington scares the shit out of me because they have their number and they can beat the shit out of you. They're not this team that can finesse you. They're the team that can finesse you.
No, it's the teams that they've had trouble with in the past. It's the Blues with more skill, honestly. So yeah, you want to climb up to as close to that number 2 seed and grab it if you can. Ray, yes. What does a Penguin schedule look like here roughly?
This week they have 3 games against the Devils. Next week, 2 against us, 2 against the Capitals. The following week, 2 against the Flyers, 2 against the Sabres, and that's it. That ends
so the Bruins basically hold their. So if you think about it right now, destiny's in the Bruins' hands because you have 2 against the Pittsburgh. I mean, you're a better team than the
that
Penguins
stretch for
right
Pittsburgh
too.
with Bruins and Capitals is gonna
that's gonna be a rough one.
That's gonna be your seedings right there.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the Bruins right now too, I mean, I know it's a small sample at 4 games with Taylor Hall, but you have 2 dominant lines right now in the Boston Bruins. If something ever clicks on that 3rd line, you've seen Lazar and Corrali and Wagner light up that 4th line right now. If something ever clicks on that 3rd line, this team could be fucking scary because you've seen Tuukka get hot. I mean, 2013, he rode that hot hand and basically till Game 6 of Stanley Cup Finals. You've fucking seen it. But I mean, I'm just saying, if you get a hot goalie like that, I mean, dude, he allowed 2 goals to Pittsburgh that year, 2 fucking goals in 4-game series. So I mean, that was the number 1 team in hockey, and I mean that's what you see, and you got 2 fucking dominant lines like this. Taylor Hall, I hated I hate Taylor Hall as a fucking person, but right now it's paying dividends on the ice.
As a person, I don't think we know him as a person.
Everything you hear
As a
about him,
teammate, as a teammate,
teammate, person, everything. But
Okay.
you see it, dude.
I
They
think
said
we
on
were the
postgame,
first
he
ones
loves
very
it.
quick to throw out there he's fucking his teammates' wives. So
Right, but he loves Boston, though. That's
Allegedly.
the biggest thing. He's a
Allegedly.
he's motivated. He's engaged. You can see that he loves to be here. He's wanted to be here for fucking years, and now it's paying off. Like that's paying off, and you're seeing it on the ice. And Krejci is the biggest benefactor of that because he's got like 4 goals since he's fucking came. Taylor Hall's got here. There's
They're
2
cooking,
dominant
man.
lines. You have no idea how fucking excited this.
you're
thing
cooking,
is.
man. $6 million man, Charlie Coyle, is got to step up. He's got to step up.
He's a
that,
big
that
game.
line.
He's a
Talking
big
about the
game,
Bruins, this kid fucking shines up. He's smiling now. He's all
Coyle's a big game playoff performer. So
Squints.
I mean, if he gets there and starts elevating his game, I'm fine. Jake
You know who's
DeBrusk
not?
could be
Jake
a wild
DeBrusk.
card. Yeah, he's a wild card. That's what I was just saying. If he
Jake
can
DeBrusk
fucking do
is not.
something, if he can do something, just 1 goal, 2 goals, I don't give a fuck. Just do something.
The other thing, and not to be late because we're running late here, but the other side of Charlie Coyle, which has not been talked about, but we're talking about Krejci elevating his game with good wingers. Nick Ritchie has had a terrific season, but he's been next to Krejci that whole time. Do people not realize that Krejci has lifted Nick Ritchie's fucking floor? Like now you put him with Charlie Coyle and he's an absolute zero. Is that a surprise to anybody? It shouldn't be.
Well, Nick Ritchie, a lot of his production came on the power play too. Remember, he was on that number 1 power play unit. I think he's been solid, but again, he's playing out of position on the second line. You brought him in to anchor that third line next to Charlie Coyle, ideally. You know, so
Yeah,
I mean,
I
now
just
you're
don't.
finally
Again,
seeing-
I don't know if Coyle
I'm
can
not. I
elevate
hate
Nick Ritchie's game to
No,
be
Nick Ritchie's
an
nothing.
impact player that you're talking about in terms of the third line coming. I don't think Nick Ritchie can elevate to that level. I think DeBrusk could, and certainly we've seen Coyle do it. If it's not going to happen, it's going to be because Nick Ritchie is the anchor of that. And that's not saying, look, he's had a good season. I think he's been put on a lot of really good positions to have a good season. He's not elevating anybody else's game. I think we know that, but
No, but I think
that's
Coyle
what
and
it is.
DeBrusk, if DeBrusk gets anything going, Nick Ritchie will definitely ride their coattails on that third line. He's going to have that toughness too. You know, he's going to go out there and kind of protect those guys.
Yeah,
And
that sounded too harsh about Nick Ritchie. He's had a really good year, and he's.
I'm
been good
down
for
on
them.
Nick Ritchie going in, but he's been a
Okay,
pleasant
fair.
surprise for this Bruins. But I mean, yeah, you want him on that third
Okay.
line.
I agree. All right. We're going to switch gears here. Before we do, let's talk about Hop Passport. The nice weather is here. Get out, start drinking. Ray's got it in hand. Bill doesn't have one yet because Ray has yet to drive the 2 miles and give him his, but that's fine. Here's mine as well. 50% off your first 2 drinks at 50 plus breweries in the Northeast. A bunch of those, including in New Hampshire, where you guys are, including White Birch. Ray, address, please.
460 Amherst Street.
These things are $25 a pop. You get half off your first 2 drinks at all of these breweries within a year. So essentially, you get 6 beers and you make your money back if they're $6-7 a pop. It's an absolute no-brainer. In 12 months, the average American drinks 21 beers a week. So do the math: 21 times all the weeks divided by 6, multiplied. No,
quick.
Never mind. You know what? Do the math in your own time. We're not math guys. It's Silver Mind Sports Show. To get it, go to joinhoppassport.com/shop. Enter the word simple, like Simple Minds, SIMPLE. Get $5 off. You're making money on your first 6-pack. You can get it digitally or you can get it in hand like Ray and I. And it looks like the passport. It looks like an actual passport if you were to be allowed in different countries like Canada. Joinhoppassport.com/shop. Enter the word simple, $5 off.
Hey, quickly, did you know they have Maryland in this?
Of course I do.
In Wisconsin?
Yeah. No, they're nationwide. You know, we're
But-
just pushing
but-
the Northeast. Any
No,
West
but that's
Coast
in this
listeners-
one. That's in this.
Yes, I do.
Oh,
I know that.
I did not. I just found that out.
That's true. Actually, go to the New York, get the New York one if you're in the Northeast. Then as Ray just found out,
I thought it was just
Oh.
Northeast.
all of the good ones. Okay, Billy Baseball. We're gonna keep it going.
Oh, maybe that's why he's sad today.
Keep it
They're about to
going.
get swept on the doubleheader today.
Well, that's not good. But before that, they were good. They were 10-4, top of the division. Sunday, as we're listening, looks like they're going to drop a couple. But before that, we had a Marlon Gonzalez sighting. Big 3-run home run in the 8th inning. Red Sox take a 7-4 win. What night was that? Friday?
Solo homer
Saturday.
Saturday night last night.
Friday was rescheduled to today's doubleheader.
Snow.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, it was fucking snowing. Good for you guys. That's fun.
It's gone.
It's
It's
gone.
gone now. It's gone.
Can I? I like the
People are
rationale.
people are golfing.
I like the rationale from New England. It was like, yeah. It snowed on Friday. It was
Yeah,
fucking
cool.
miserable. It
It's
was
gone.
terrible, but it's
gone.
gone. So
It's gone.
there's only 14 inches of mud and everything is moist.
Sucks.
But
Yep.
it's
Like your mom's panties.
Everything is awesome. Ooh, that's the first one.
Ooh, nice. Well done. You hear that? Okay. On a greater scale of things, so I'm not paying attention today. Sorry, a busy day. They're gonna drop 2 today.
Yeah, they're gonna.
They're losing right now 4-1.
sucks.
They lost already 3-2.
Look, if you listen to O Dark 30, you knew that the White Sox are World Series bound because both Billy Baseball and I had them going. I think Ray had Pawtucket or someone. He
Toronto.
forgot. Got it.
New stadium.
So this is a good team. The White Sox are a good team. The Red Sox were hot. This is baseball. You're going to drop a couple here and there. You don't like to see getting swept in a doubleheader. That's never good. But I want to move past the individual games for a second and ask you a bigger question. We've seen Marlon Gonzalez. I think I said 3-run. I think it was
It was
just
a
home
solo
run.
home. Yep.
But it was a 3-run comeback, right? So
Yes.
and we've seen Renfroe have some big hits. We've seen
Bad plays out of him today.
Hernandez has been
we've
lighting it
seen
up as
Kiki
well.
Hernandez play the game. So
Home run today.
is this the game plan? You know, is this the plan from Hyman Bloom bringing these glorified platoon players playing the analytics game and letting each of them kind of showcase or you know make a big play in each of these games while the bulk of your lineup, bulk of your roster lays the baseline of your skill level? You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, it's
like,
Billy Bean. It's Billy Bean's
you're-
DNA right here.
Your 1 through 5 are set. Those are your excellent play. Your lineup is excellent 1 through 5, and then this kind of motley crew of like fucking utility interchangeable players. It seems like every third day, one of these guys is having a big hit or a big play or something else to help the team win. And I wonder if that's by design or if they're just getting lucky.
I think they're getting lucky. I mean, Marwin Gonzalez had 2 strikeouts going in. That was his first extra base hit since the beginning of the season. Kiki Hernandez is playing every day. He's not used to that. I mean, you're seeing him more as a center fielder right now. You know, they brought him in to play second base. You see an Arroyo. I keep wanting to call him. I keep wanting to call him Bronson, but
Yeah,
it's
me
not
too.
Bronson. But I mean, it's just
Christian
This is a
Arroyo.
little weird to say, but
Christian
does
Arroyo.
that kid kind of look like me?
I'll have to look again. I don't. Probably not.
You've never looked at him. You've never seen him.
No, but I
Look it
mean,
up.
they're
Look it
just
up, Brad.
overachieving. Even Bobby Dahlbach's like he's struggling, he's scoffing. You know, Christian Vasquez is kind of coming back to earth. I mean, I just think these guys are overachieving right now, and they're playing every day. Myron Gonzalez is playing every day. Kiki Hernandez is playing every day. These guys are platoon players. They're going to come back to earth.
Yeah. What do you think, Ray?
What's so funny?
A little bit.
A little bit.
It's
I
not
see
like
it.
I'm not saying that's a good thing. I don't know if he's good looking or not. I saw him watching the
Looks
game
like
the
you
other day,
then. No,
and
Oh, you can't see
I
that.
can't
Sorry.
see it. I'll
He's
look. What's
kinda
his
got
name?
the-
Christian Arroyo.
Yeah. Not Bronson.
take a look. Ray, what do you think? Are you as down on the platoon players as Bill?
No, I mean it's Billy Bean's DNA all over this. It's Moneyball. If you ever seen the movie Moneyball, you find these guys that can fill in the role of one guy.
Yeah, you don't have to describe that.
Yeah, so that's what they're doing right now. And the nerds up in the closet that are just see daylight every once in a while when Hyman Bloom walks in, say, "Hey, what's going on today?" That's who
A little bit, yeah.
they decide who it is.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
A little
Like a
bit.
younger,
Chunky.
less
take your
fat.
glasses
like,
off.
He's fatter. He's fatter than you.
Take your
Yeah.
glasses off.
it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Watch me make a mediocre play.
He's been solid though, but again, they're all
Look, I
platoon
lean more
players.
towards Ray on this, and I say that with all of the hashtag dead to me in my heart, knowing how much that I'm mad at baseball and the Red Sox. You just look. We've seen these seasons from the Red Sox, and I'm not calling this a World Series season, but you can get that vibe in baseball, and when the clubhouse is clicking, teams play well, and guys that shouldn't be good are good. It's a long season. You might be right, Bill. They might all come crashing down to earth. but I think this clubhouse has something kind of intangible going on. If you want to give that to Alex Cora or wherever you want to give the credit to, I think that they have that. They have to. They won fucking 9 straight or whatever. After
Pushing
getting
Marwin
swept
Gonzalez
by
around in a shopping cart, looking all high five.
Yeah, they're
They do
playing
that to
having
loose.
fun.
everybody. Yeah,
They're
every home
no,
run.
but they're having fun, man.
They're playing loose. They're playing like they want to win. And when you do that, now to answer my own question, was this the game plan? Probably, but not like this. I think that they are getting a little bit lucky, and some of that luck will run out. Yes, but number one, the most of your lineup is good enough to be good this season, and if your pitching can do 85% of what it's done this season, you're going to be in contention. So I just have look. I had good vibes going into the season. I snapped the first series. I've snapped back. I'm not coming back. I think that the Marwin Gonzalez's of the world are going to continue having good games for this team and helping them win for the foreseeable future. We've said, the downfall of this Red Sox team is the pitching staff. If Evaldi gets hurt or if Eduardo Rodriguez turns to shit or turns back into a pumpkin, or if
Tin
Garrett
Man.
Richards
Tin Man. You mean
gets
Tin Man?
too many starts, then you're fucked. Then you're fucked. That's your weak link for sure. Speaking of pitching, Bill, is Ottavino broken? Is this?
Oh yeah,
is this
he was
guy
broken
done?
last year. 19 runs in 24 innings or something. 24 and a third. I mean, it was good. He had a shutdown inning yesterday, which desperately needed it after Andrizi pitched 3 scoreless. He got the win yesterday, but hopefully it gets in the right direction because he has not been good.
He's certainly not an
been
eighth
good.
guy. Certainly not a ninth guy.
No, I mean Barnes is in that closer role. I mean he gave up a run yesterday. I think it might have been unearned. I think it was off an error, but either way, he gave up his first run of the year.
How
So,
fucking telling? Sorry to interrupt you, but how telling is the difference of? I don't know where to give the credit to from a managerial standpoint for the Red Sox, but remember last year, I specifically remember watching a 9th inning last year. Matt Barnes threw literally 9 curveballs in a row.
it's all
And the kid's got a
fastballs now.
stellar fucking curveball, but he also throws 97. Like we talked about it last year. Is they blew a save and he didn't throw one fucking fastball.
No,
and
the problem
it's
with
completely different this year. The guy, he's humming it in there, setting up that nasty curve, which it is nasty. It's nasty.
I think he's got a changeup now too. He added a third pitch this year and to kind of offset that fastball too. And his fastball's getting a little more movement, but I mean 97 dead straight. You don't fucking locate that thing right. It's over the fence.
No, I
and
understand.
You're seeing him better locate this year.
You
He's
can't be
attacking
afraid to
players.
throw
No.
it, which is what they seemed like last year.
No, and Cora mentioned it too. He's like, you're not seeing, 0-2 fastballs in the dirt. You're not seeing, 1-2 curveballs in the dirt to chase. He's just a fucking attacking. He's not wasting pitches. He's going right at these guys, and it's paying off right now. I mean, again, he got a little roughed up yesterday, a hit and a run, but I mean, this is the best he's looked ever for the Red Sox, and now he's a defined role. Cora hasn't named him, but he's a closer right now, and especially he's the best guy out there. Your patchwork, and I mean, Hernandez has got lucky, and same thing with the Japanese guy Shotawa. Sawamura. I mean, yeah, it was close. Whatever.
Shikawa.
Shikawa.
Well,
Either way,
okay.
I mean, he's
same
been
thing.
the one
There's an
consistent
A
in the
in there.
bullpen. That's it. He's been the one guy. Besides
Yeah.
the Druzy, who's got like a 190 ERA, 180 ERA. But those guys.
Yeah, no, you're right. I had a different question, but something just popped in my mind. Just the idea of Matt Barnes attacking in the way that he's just made me think about Papelbon in 06. When he really locked into that, and he had a 0.96 ERA for most of the season. He was just absolutely disgusting and
that was
mean
late in the
and
year,
fucking
too.
angry.
Yeah.
That was. He's the second. It's Pedro in that era, in that year of Papelbon that was must-watch pitching for the Red Sox. You didn't want anyone to get a hit off him because
Well, his 07
he was
year, too,
pitching
that World Series
maybe
year.
it was 07.
It was his World Series year because I think that was his first year as a
right.
closer because he started in 06.
Yeah,
I think
yeah. I'm sorry.
They moved him
Or
into
maybe-
the bullpen. They moved him into the bullpen late in 06.
I mean, he was really good as a closer for 3 or 4 years. He was dominant, but that one year, I'd have to go back. And look to see what
07,
exactly
he was
it was.
number
It was
one. He was
fucking
disgusting.
ridiculous.
You don't have to go
Remember-
back. Bill knows. Look at
Remember that
Sorry.
Indian
Sorry,
series?
Rain
He was dancing. He was doing the river dance with the
it's
Bud
not
Light
Rain
hand.
Man.
Yeah.
Remember, it's
And
Allen.
then
Bud
he
Light,
fought
yeah.
Bryce Harper, who's starting in left field for Ray's 10-year, $10,000 draft.
Can you stop calling him Rain Man and start calling him Allen from now on? Thank you.
Sorry. That's right. Bill didn't listen to the show. If you haven't listened to the show, listeners, Sunday Social Hour, Bill's movie characters is
Ooh.
excellent. Excellent. The video will be out today, or it came out last night, depending
Nice.
on how many beers I have right now. Last thing on the Red Sox, Tanner Houck is back.
Didn't look good today.
Oh, he lost. He lost the first game.
4 1/3, 85 pitches. Didn't
This
look
is
great.
now, and this is on the internet, and it's also in typing, not writing, but typing. I have given myself the ability to snip snap on Tanner.
I saw that. I saw that in the email.
It's
Nice.
there. So
Saw it, yeah.
if I feel like I need to, I will.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's your Red Sox talk. Lastly, let's finish the show and wish a belated happy birthday to Bill Belichick, who turned
old is he?
69.
Nice.
More seriously, how long does this guy have? So I preface this by listening to Felger and Maz, and they played Greg Bedard's clip about Belichick, and they played it for like 4 minutes. And by the way, Greg Bedard might be the hardest person to listen to on the radio. That guy fucking can't get a thought out of his goddamn mouth. So it's like 4 minutes later. Yeah, Bill Belichick, is basically staying longer because he gets to take time off and work from the beach. That's the point. So anyway, how long do you guys think that he's playing? Let me throw out the other hit points on the Patriots because we're running late, and you touch on what you want. The draft is less than 2 weeks away. We'll touch on this deeper as it gets closer. The quarterback conversation is coming back around. Justin Fields is rising back up draft boards. Now there's scuttlebutt that the Jets want Justin Fields and the 49ers are going to take Wilson, or vice versa. Either way, Mac Jones, to me, seems like the perfect Aaron Rodgers. He's not Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers dropped into the 20s when he was supposed to, Mac Jones now seems like that guy. So
Yeah,
at 15, the
26.
Patriots are sitting there. I asked you the question, how long does Bill Belichick have to close? Coach, will they take a quarterback at 15? Should they, if someone falls? Take it where you want. Don't take too long. We're running late.
He's 42 wins away from passing Shula. 5.5 years, 6 years at the most. 6 years, between 5 and 6 years. That's it.
75 years old.
That's it. That's where he's going. He's going to pass Shula. Shula talked all that shit. That's the one record he wants. He's got the Super Bowls. No NFL coach is going to get six Super Bowls ever. He wants that win record. And now you're seeing it the way he went out and fucking attacked free agency this year. It's in sight. He wants it. He's going to go out and get it. I give 5 years.
I'll just say
9 wins and 5. Average 9 wins for the next 5 years. You got it.
Don't
Go.
forget they have another game now too.
And I'll just add this: if Brady plays till 48, 49, Bruce Arians might approach Bill Belichick's 6th Super Bowl record.
No, fuck you. God damn it, you piece of shit.
That's the dumbest thing
I've
you've ever said.
Yeah,
That
you
is
fucking
so
asshole.
Stupid. So what a fucking
Oh yeah,
what an
sure.
idiot.
The Bucks
Idiot.
Bucks won't be favored to go to the Super Bowl next year. Sure, no problem.
Cool. He's 5 behind. Cool. Good luck.
Wow, you guys are taking jokes well.
He's
Ray.
got Alzheimer's. His brain's gonna explode any day now.
Who?
Or yeah, he's got or early onset Alzheimer's. Whatever
None
it
of
is.
those words were correct, and that's beautiful. Thank you, Bill, for that. No problem. I'm the
Tried.
Ray. Bill
don't
answered the
do
question on the
diseases well.
age. Ray, will they? I know this is a bigger question than normal, and we've answered a lot of times. But will they and should they draft a quarterback at 15?
Nope. No, they won't. I think Micah Parsons is the guy to take, or a cornerback, but I don't think any quarterback's going to drop to 15. I don't see them trading up to get a
If
quarterback.
Mac Jones gets to 15, should they take him?
He won't get there, but if he does,
I'm
yes.
asking you-
Yes, if he gets there, yes. If one of them falls, then yes, but they shouldn't trade up to go get him.
If one of the top 5 falls to 15, Bill, should they take a quarterback?
Yeah, because then
Any of them,
I mean,
doesn't matter.
no, yeah, especially Mac Jones. I think I was sour on him early, but I've warmed up to him. If he's there at 15, I mean, it seems like a no-brainer because then you just answered your quarterback problems at 15.
Maybe not. Why do people think that? Why do people think if you draft a quarterback in the first round, you've answered your quarterback problems? You know how many people?
Because it's Cam Newton is our fucking quarterback problem right now.
Remember, you take anyone but Geno Smith.
Anything at
I
15
would
is
take-
going to be better than
but you
Cam
can-
Newton.
You can draft a fucking linebacker in the 7th round and put him under center, and he's better than Cam Newton in my mind. So I don't need you to draft him at 15. I don't fucking care. To answer that question, my own question, I reserve the right to snap, and I don't have an answer. The NFLPA is encouraging players to skip OTAs. Now, if you ask me, should they draft a quarterback at 15? Yes. But no, I don't want. I honestly don't want them drafting a quarterback at 15. If Mac Jones falls to 15,
Yes,
I don't
but
want him
no.
doing it.
Yes,
I
but
want
no.
him drafting the best front seven player left on the board, and then trading back into the first round and getting whoever they deem better of the kid from Stanford,
No,
Texas A&M, or shut the. Stanford, Texas A&M, or Wake Forest, or Florida, Trask. Out of those guys, are the second tier guys. If you can trade back up and get one of those guys, and you get a stud defensive player at 15, that's my path. That's what I would like them to do, and trade for Jimmy Garoppolo, and then blow Cam Newton out to fucking NFL Europe. That's my plan. So no, don't take him at 15. Let Mac Jones slide down to whatever shitbag fucking organization wants that tubby bitch to throw the ball for him. The NFLPA is encouraging players to skip OTAs. Look, bargaining chip, right? I mean, this aggravates me because it's strictly a negotiation bargaining chip from the NFLPA. I don't think it helps the players. I don't think it helps the teams. It's not COVID related. That's bullshit. But I also understand that the players need more rights in the NFL. Teams should be giving these guys more guaranteed contracts than they do. But at the end of the day, if you ask me to pick which side I'm on here, I'm not on the player side. I don't think that this is a wise move. I don't think it's a smart move, and it's a bad retaliation from the 17-game schedule that they're all going to get paid more to play anyway. So you're a millionaire. Go to fucking OTAs. You don't get hurt in OTAs. Just fucking go. Walk through.
Agreed.
Yeah, the Patriots are skipping.
Excellent. This has been the Simple Mind Sports Show. Monday. Damn it. What day is it? Monday, April 19th. We'll see you on Tuesday for the All Celtics show that Bill
is very excited about.
And they make. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I really lost my time because my equipment didn't work, so I don't know what time we actually started.
So we went over on that one. Sorry.
Okay. Bill, you're really drained on the football talk. You're heavy on hockey, good on baseball.
Well, you wouldn't shut up, so I couldn't get a word in.
Wow, pot call the kettle black. Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to throw a dig in there.